This is not gonna be too confusing. Brilliant. Okay, so welcome to AEIOU Oracle, first reading on YouTube. This is, I don't know how people do this, honestly. So for the people on Instagram, I'm now live on YouTube. And for the people that are live on YouTube, I'm live on Instagram. And it's freaking confusing. Okay, so this is the energy of the timeline shift that I have been getting in over the last couple of days. Loads and loads of grit, loads and loads of frustration, loads and loads of tears, loads and loads of what the actual F. And this morning I was like, come on, give us a clue. What's happening? Where are we going? What do we need? What do I need to look at today? And I went into the front room, and on the fireplace, there was this. And I completely forgot that it was left over. So I'll just show you that as well on YouTube. So for the people that don't know, I was told to get a deck in, especially to read the energy of society, like on a consciousness level. And it was really, really, really strong, dark feminine, loads of Kali energy, and they told me once I'd done the reading, for those on YouTube, if you want to go and have a look, it's on Instagram under Everybody's Den. So I read on the dark feminine, and it was a really, really potent, strong reading. And they told me to burn the deck afterwards, which I did. And to be fair, it took a lot to burn. You can see in the video that I posted that it did actually take a lot to go. And there was this still hanging around. So this is the 10 of Wands, as you can see. And you can see from the image that it's got the serpent on it. Yeah, which is becoming part of the person. And then you've got the sword up the top. Now, that's not normally what the 10 of Wands looks like at all. At all. The 10 of Wands normally looks like a guy with a bunch of sticks on his back carrying his load. So I wanted to read on this and see what came through. And the cards, I've got my little setup here, which anyone who's really good with tech and YouTube, please tell me how I can use my phone to do YouTube, because this setup is so much better because everyone can see what I'm reading on. Currently, at the moment, all they can see is my cheesy face, which I'm not really that bothered about, but I'll show you some cards as best I can. So where should we start? We shall use the Oracle. We shall use the Oracle just to see where we can start off with to pull some energy in, because the serpent being half the body, I feel like this is your primal needs and desires. And it's like getting a rehash almost. That's the feeling that I'm picking up on it. Like your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus are getting like a bit of a do-over. It's like these are the things that, because you've been I'm hearing, because you've been so lost in addictions and lost in your thoughts and lost in, you know, they're giving me like thinking patterns, you know, really up here, really heady energy. You've been forgetting about like your primal needs, desires, what makes you happy, what fills you up, what nourishes you. Excuse me, I'm not going to take all of those. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying. Getting pulled away. Can you see that? That is literally the energy. That is matching the energy correctly. Exactly what I was saying. This is your third eye. This is your thought patterns. And the kite is symbolism of being like pulled away by the wind. Every single time someone gives opinion, an expectation, somebody else's thought process comes into your mind, you get completely pulled off of thinking about you, of thinking about what you want to do, of thinking about, you know, like it's just like, That's perfect energy. I'm so glad that I'm on the money, reading the energy well. So the cards that I'm seeing, we've got 2 8 of cups in reverse, which basically means that you're like unable to walk away from something. Something is, they're saying tangible, like there's a very real bond that you can't move away from, but you are actually looking to better options. Bear with me with the crossover. This is, for me, the indication of the timeline jump. It's like YouTube is where I want to go. Instagram was where I've been, you know, like this. This is where the energy is at the moment, leading up to the 1111 portal, which I keep banging on about, but it's going to be freaking huge. Honestly, get ready. Humanity is going to have a really hard time pushing through the 1111 portal, and honestly, when I say that, you're going to see so much friction. Like, this year has been so turbulent for so many reasons, and like, you know, the wars going off and all this kind of stuff. All that kind of pent up energy, that aggression, has to be physical in some way. So I don't know whether you've been like, I feel like it's more like falling out with yourself. Like, there's a missed opportunity here that I could read on. But then at the end of the pile, we've got anything is possible. And then we've got the Sun of Life in the middle, which was left over from a previous reading. So it's there. The light in you is there. It's there, ready to shine. But it's like, they're giving it to me like, you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start putting things into reality. And I feel like there is so much pressure as how you are perceived by the outside world. And that is the thing that stops us so much from making really big changes. So where shall I start? I feel like I want to start with this missed opportunity. That's the one that's calling out to me the hardest. So the 10 of Wands is like heavy burdens. So something that still feels like it's a really heavy burden is still there in your energy field, weighing you down. So let's have a read on that and find out what that is, because I'm going to go and burn this card this afternoon. So we've got the King of Cups, the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Hangman. So I feel that there's do you know what I was hearing? And this completely makes sense with this King of Cups, because this King of Cups doesn't look like the usual King of Cups. You can see he looks like he's asleep. He's not even paying attention to his little fish. Can you see? Yeah. He's sleeping. He's chilling. He's not doing anything about something. And that's the missed opportunity. And the song that I was hearing when I was coming down to the office to make the video was, "It's been a hard day's night and I've been sleeping like a dog." And I feel like this is the sleeping on your primal needs. Like, and the dog is symbolistic of like loyalty. Like, there's a loyalty to yourself that you have been sleeping on. It's like you've been shutting it off. It's like focusing on what everybody else needs, focusing on you know, how everyone perceives you, focusing, you know, like all your energy is out, you know, like. And I feel like, I mean, we get it so much in readings as well about building a life for other people. And the readings like bringing you to the acknowledgement of like, no, you should be building your life for yourself. So I feel like this Princess of Pentacles that's in reverse, I feel like that's your inner child, your inner nurture, your, you know, like all the good gooey stuff that you have been put into one side, and you have been strung up in the air. But I love this deck because it's so different to the usual tarot. You're seeing yourself, like you're seeing yourself, and you're seeing something, like you can have something different. You know that you can, like it's mirroring back to you in your reality. You're seeing people that live the way that you want to, you're experiencing people the way that you want to. Things are changing, but I feel like because you're not addressing these primal needs, it's becoming a burden. It's like I feel like you're so focused on like other people's expectations that it's actually putting you in like a place of instability and lack. Yeah, so you've got the Magician in the reverse. This is stopping you from being able to manifest the things that you want. Yeah, wow. Oh, this is it. I said addictions at the top of the reading, and that's what's come through. So the Devil in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Can you see that? Like, can you see this person that's lying down, like resting? That's how you're going to get your 10 of Pentacles, by resting and looking after yourself. Like, this is such a great reading. Like, instead of trying so hard, instead of like focusing your attention on everybody else, it's this is the 10 of Wands. Put down the burden. Put down the burden. Let go. Surrender. Because in your restful state, in looking after yourself, you could even be dreaming about this. You could be like, this is you waking up. What synchronicities is this as well? I love this. Honestly, I love to read. I love to read. If you would like a personal reading with me, it would be my pleasure. I absolutely love to read. And if you need help, support, whatever that looks like with your health, with your mind, with your abundance, whatever that looks like, the cards are so helpful. And my guides do not play. I love how I'm sitting in this energy today and reading it so well for you. I'm so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry, just let me soak that up for a minute. This is good. This is good energy. It feels really good. It feels really, it feels like my cheeks. I always get, like, when you feel like you're not even smiling anymore, and your face is still smiling. I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense. But like, I'm not trying to smile. It's just my body's doing it on its own. Involuntary. That's the word I'm looking for. So waking up from these addictions, people pleasing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, oh my God, people pleasing. It's such a like, what I find in so much of the psychology and the self-help stuff and all this kind of thing is they don't actually discuss the deeper understanding, like the energetics of people pleasing. And I feel like if that was taught, it would be so much easier to understand what you were doing and how to like pull your energy back and stop it. I just feel like there's the psychology is like the logical understanding of how your mind and your body processes things, but it doesn't actually get down to the energetics of like the simplicity of why. Like, people pleasing is a safety mechanism. Like, we do it to feel safe. If that person is happy, if that person is okay, if that person is calm, then therefore they're not a threat to me anymore. Like, basically what you're doing is you're giving your power away by people pleasing. Like, if you believe that you have the power of your reality and it doesn't matter how that person feels, as in, like, it's not your job to change that person's energy, and you can just be you and be safe as being you, then it changes the dynamic. You don't feel like you need to please that person all the time. Like, you're more authentic. You can give that person structured support. Love doesn't always look like the tender hand and, "Oh, baby." No. Like, love is truth, like, love is seeing someone in their shit. Someone is perceiving love is perceiving someone clearly, you know? Like, and actually letting and trusting someone to sort their problems out themselves, like, sometimes stepping back is the most powerful thing that we can do for somebody, because people can realize who they are. If they're relying constantly on information from the outside, they don't get the opportunity to work out who they are and what they can do on their own. And people pleasing is like giving your power away to someone who doesn't feel like they're powerful. And it's like a double whammy for the people pleaser. But this, maybe this is something that you're, waking up to. Maybe you're understanding that, putting down these addictions, getting, a hold of yourself, and actually saying to someone, "No, I'm not doing this anymore." Like, "No, this is not, you're draining me. You know, and I'm letting you." That's the biggest thing. Like, people don't understand that the people will only do what you allow them to do. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. And it's the truth of the situation is the most healing. The most healing. Like, I mean, I can speak from my past and say, like, mine wasn't people pleasing, mine was healing, wanting to heal everyone, wanting everyone to, like, experience the world that I was experiencing, and, like, come play with me, and, like, if you do this, you'll feel better, like, I know, like, I've been through it, I know. And it's like, yeah, you do know, but what I have learned is that you've just got to resonate. You've just got to inspire. You've just got to be your most authentic self, and the rest will happen. The rest will happen. Like, I don't hard sell on the stuff that I do. I never have done, even when I was sewing and in my normal job. Like, I was an amazing seamstress. An amazing seamstress. I didn't have to shout about it. I didn't have to market myself. I just put an ad on Google, and people were attracted to me. People resonated with the energy of who I was. People came to me from recommendations. I never had to advertise. And it's the same with everything that we do. We've got caught up in these storylines from these marketing campaigns about, you need to make these kind of videos, and you need to sell to people because they've got a low attention span. I'm like, if you want to listen to something, you freaking will. If you keep making it easier and easier for people to get, like, their focus small, like, to aid people, enable people, for them to allow their focus to get smaller and smaller and smaller, you're basically aiding the collapse of society, because nobody's got time or focus to fucking get information. Nobody's learning anything anymore. Like, so many of the people that I work with, I'm like, don't listen to everything I say. Don't like, take snippets, go and learn yourself, go and resonate with the right information, go and find for yourself. Don't ever take a reading like, for me, every time I do a reading, every time without fail, I take myself out of the equation. I take my ego out of the equation. It's not about being right. It's not about, like, it's just about delivering the information in the most, like, truthful, dynamic. And the reason why I use dynamic is because you've got to make energy move. You've got to use your voice in a certain, like, use your body and use your voice in a way that that person knows that it's for them. It's true. You know, like, and sometimes that means being passionate. And, you know, oh my God, the amount of times I've cried in a reading from feeling the energy. And it's just a mirror. It's just a mirror. The Lovers, 7 of Cups. Okay. So I'm just getting for, thank you. It's my painting that I did. She's going to be in all my readings. I think I'm going to try and get a set up where I can have her in all the time. But yeah, this is not the type of reading space that I want to use. It's just the best signal for where I am at the moment. And yeah, I'm a bit gutted that you can't see the cards, but hopefully this message will be just as good without them. YouTube, Instagram. And so with this energy, I'm getting the Lovers and I'm getting the 7 of Cups. Like, a lot of the cards are coming out together today. So this is really helpful in regards to giving a strong message. I feel like with everybody's opinions, everybody's expectations, what the media is saying, you know, like too much information, I feel like there is too much choice. Or there was too much choice. It's like, if I'm, you know, partner up with this person, it means this. If I go here, it means this. If I go for this job, it means this. It's like, if I be this person, it's that. So much focus is put on outside information. And this 10 of Wands is like, shut it off. Shut it off, get rid of it, put down the burden, turn the phone off. Like, this is a time to, between now and the 11/11 portal, go inside. Go inside yourself and find that choice. Like, this is your mission between now and the 11/11 portal. It's finding the things that light you up. 222, 222, 42s. I feel like this could be to do with a partnership for some, with all the twos. Like, your stability, your sexual desire, your creativity, who you are as a person is not in alignment because you keep picking things for somebody else. Whether this is like, I feel like this could be to do with like programming from family. The 4 of Swords in reverse. This is a card, again, about waking up. The 4 of Swords is meditation, rest. This is waking up. And there's another person asleep on that card in the clouds. Like, I feel like you can't sleep on your dreams anymore. I feel like what you have been, what, Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God. Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Swords, Strength in reverse, 8 of Cups. So we've got 3 8 of Cups in reverse out here now. That is a strong message. 3. I'm going to finish on that deck now. So we've got 8 of Cups in the reverse 3 times, unable to walk away from something. And I feel like this is the pressure of society that's there. And I feel like it's the unable to be vulnerable. Because vulnerability in society is not not a triumph, not a celebrated thing. And that's the reason why most people are so unhappy. They're struggling so much. They're, anxiety, depression, loneliness, all the rest of it is because society deems vulnerability as a weakness. And it's not. It's completely the opposite. Completely the opposite. And it's one of the most attractive qualities when you are pairing up with someone. So the right person will hold you in your vulnerability. It is basically a tool to know whether that person is for you or not. So easy. So many of the dating self-help stuff that I see out there is so confusing. It's a lot of manipulation. It's you know, if you do this, this guy won't leave, and if you do this, it will make them crazy about you, and blah blah blah. Like none of that matters. None of that matters. The more authentic that you can be and the more vulnerable that you can be, that is how you bond to someone. It's that simple. When you're scared, you say, "I'm scared." When you know, this relationship, it feels like it's moving a little bit too fast, and that's scary for me because I've had bad relationships in the past. You know, I feel like in ways that you are you know, too good for me, blah blah blah. You know, like whatever those fears, whatever that, you know, like whether you feel anxious or avoidant or whatever, like all of that doesn't matter. Like it's so confusing. It's so confusing. Too much information, and that's the reason why everything is getting so fucked up. And I feel like that is the thing that is changing. The nature, the universe, everything works on patterns of simplicity. Everything boils down to simple patterns: a triangle, a circle, a spiral, a square. My God, scratchy. I feel like this has something to do with you communicating, because communicating for you in the past has been bad. And I feel like there's decisions that are really hurting your head. Like you're literally stabbing yourself in the head. Do I go this way or do I go that way? But the Wheel of Fortune is here and saying this is fated for you. The Wheel of Fortune has been coming out so much in my readings lately, and it's because of this 1111 portal. Where should we go? Let's go into the masculine. So I'm going to read on this pile. Oh God. Because this is like future energy. This is your, I always get with the yellow on the cards, the solar plexus, this is I am. You're looking at a new version of you that you want to be. You know, this is the new timeline. I would like to live my life like, I would like to be, you know, a certain person. And I feel like you've been playing at it for a little bit, but now it's getting to the point where it's like, no, I actually need to make some really big decisions, and I need to not give a shit what people, you know. I feel like this could be around a job, leaving a job, or they're saying trust as well. It's I feel like the Fool might come out. You know, like throwing yourself off the cliff, or almost that kind of energy. I feel like that. I feel like I can see the Fool in my mind. God, why didn't I bring a drink? I nearly did. I never go into a reading without a drink. Okay, so we've got Death in the reverse. Oh, what else have we got? And the Star in the verse. So, okay, so this is to do with emotional fulfillment. Death in the reverse is giving me like a rebirth, 13. And this is, good morning, Zoe. This reading might be for you, sweet pea. It's really good energy. So 13s, you know, like the unlucky for some. It's like people are going to look at your life and not understand. And that's okay. People are going to look at your choices and go, what the fuck are you doing that for? Like, why? Why are you doing that? Like, not everyone is going to understand this next part of your life, and that is completely okay. Do not get upset. Do not lose your temper. Do not fight with anyone. Just say thank you for your opinion and move on. Like, nobody else is getting your visions. Nobody else is hurting in the way that you are. You are feeling something very different to everybody else because you are waking up. And if you haven't if you are still in the process of waking up, that is the reason why you feel so frustrated and like, what the fuck is going on? And where do I go? And all this kind of stuff. Like, there's layers to this waking up. Like, you know, you might have this big awakening at a retreat or something like that, and then it still might take 5 years for you to get to a place where you feel like you know who you are. Like, it's a process. It's a process of elimination and the choices that you make. What fills me up, like, this is how simple it is. This lights me up. I choose this, and you don't let it go. And I don't know why these cards keep wanting to jump out of my hand. This came out in the upright, but now I've got it in my hand in the reverse, and I feel like this is the choices. This is where you are, and this is. I'm reading on the masculine energy now, and it feels very logical. Like, you're going to have to simplify. You're going to have to simplify what you're feeling, where it's coming from. Like, is it coming from a place of fear? Am I making this decision because I'm scared? Am I making this decision because, you know, I'm scared of being alone? Am I making this decision because it lights me up? Is it making me happy? You know, like, logically invest your thought processes to the reasons why you feel in certain ways. This is why you need to balance your feminine and your masculine. Like, you cannot ever logically map your life out. The universe is infinite with infinite possibilities. You're never going to be like your tiny mind, and that is not an insult. Your human mind has limitations on it, which are your senses, to slow the information of the universe down so that you can see it, so that you can hear it, so you can feel it. Like, if we didn't have our senses, our brain would not be able to cope. Like, if you've ever done plant medicine or, you know, DMT or anything like that, you will completely understand what I'm going on about. Like, the universe only makes sense to us in the way that we can understand. And I'm getting for someone that you need to be spending time with people that understand your level of consciousness, because it's dumbing you down. King of Pentacles. I feel like the stability that you're wanting is in the unknown. I don't know where the hell that's come from, but I don't normally get that from that card. Oh shit. What? Oh shit. Oh shit. What did I just say? Wow. Right, let me break this down to you. So I was just saying to you that your energies need to be balanced, right? Your masculine and your feminine energies need to balance. That's exactly what the Chariot card is all about. These two energies in the front, they need to be balanced so that the Emperor can move forward. Yeah, he's not holding on to these beasts in front of him. He's playing his harp. He's the artist. This is, oh my God, this is so important to get down into society. Oh my God. It's your art that leads you. It's your art that leads you, honestly. It's your art that changes your life, because it's downloaded from the universe, from God, from source, whatever you believe, and a divine pair of stability. To be your most stable self, you need to be in balance. You need to have emotion. You need to have thought. You need to have masculine. You need to have feminine. You need to have play. You need to have work. There needs to be a balance. Like, please understand this. And that's how you literally transform your life. Like, I'm gonna do a reading about it next. Like, honestly, there's so much that needs to be understood in regards to energy, to be happy, to be stable, to be abundant. I I need to go and get a drink before I do another video. That is literally what I was just banging on about. That couldn't be any more clear. And for some, this is what you need to go after. You need to go after someone who is as passionate and as stable as you. Like, the reason why things are not moving forward is because you're not with the right person. And that's business, friendship. Like, honestly, I cannot even tell you how quick my life has changed by spending time with women who understand me, who get me, who hold me in my mess, who I support, who listen to me, like, that are completely just on the same energy is so freaking important. Like, you need to be hanging around with people that are as conscious as what you are. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. The reason why it's not going forward is because you're hanging on to energies that do not suit you. Okay? That is a freaking clear message. Let's hear from... I want to hear from this Son of Life, because this is screaming at me a little bit. I feel like there's a light inside. I feel like this is your inner child. We're talking to the inner child now. So this dream, I feel like, has something to do with this light inside you, this vision. I feel like you have the most enormous heart. And they're showing me the sun on one of the other tarot boxes. It's like you light people up. You have the ability to light people up, and for some reason you're like sleeping on it. You're covering it up. Was that a card that just flipped over? No, I do apologize. Let's go again. So this is message from inner child. And another thing as well, like when you timeline shift, you've got to take all parts. You've got to take all archetypes. You've got to take, you know, the child, the feminine, the you know, the masculine, the poet, the worker, the mother, the dad, the, you know, like, you've got to take it all. All parts have got to be happy about, you know, and you've got to decide what you leave behind. Feel like this has got a lot to do with consistency as well. So what have we got? The shaman in reverse. So you're not connecting with the inner child. That's the point. Protection. You are not protecting your inner child. What did I say at the top of the reading about the primal needs? Primal needs. This is the child, the fawn in the sacred temple. In the sacred temple, your inner child is screaming at you. I need protecting. This is your primal needs. This is your stability. You need to look after yourself, and you need to look after what you want. You need to feel safe. You need to feel like heard, seen. Yeah, and this is what's causing the frustration. This Aries energy, this power, like, I read on this kind of energy the other day. This could be for the same they've cut me off. What were they going to say? That's so bizarre. What they're giving me is they've shut me off of that storyline, and they're saying something about the Aries full moon. Something that came to light on the Aries full moon. Don't know. That was a real quick, like, The energy just got completely cut then. I do apologise. Don't know what happened there. Something that happened on the Aries full moon right, well, that's too many, isn't it? I'm gutted that you can't see on YouTube. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. We'll get there. The inner child is wanting to... I'm getting that the cards are being quiet because you don't listen. This is what I was saying at the top of the reading about going within and actually listening. Like there's something that you really, really want. Like, I can so resonate with this energy. The woodsman. Yeah. Okay. So from this energy, you want consistency, you want reliability, you want resourcefulness, you want to know that all your bills are paid, you want to know that you have somewhere safe to put your head down at night. Like, you want, like, you know, like a family environment where it's stable and it's like you're in comfort. Comfort is the word that I'm getting. Like, you want comfort. You want to wake up in the morning and know that there's someone, to wake up to. There's food on the table. There's, like, I'm not worrying about where my next money's coming from. The woodman, to me, is... he goes off into the wilderness, but he always comes back with resources. It's like, and he's got the lynx with him as well. Can you see that? Lynx is I believe the lynx is a sign of the subconscious. It's like he's a doer. He's a very masculine man, but he can go into the ethereal realms. He can go into his subconscious. He knows where the best wood is. He knows where the best food is. It makes him more resourceful. It makes him a better, and the 11 on the card as well. It's just coming back to that balance again. Endurance. Okay. I'm just going to show you this on the card, the little kid at the fire. So these cards came up in reverse. Like, I'm getting very strongly that your inner child is really tired. Really, really tired. Really, really tired, exhausted, because it's always been like this. I feel like from childhood, you have always had like a turbulent inner child, like not really feeling 100% safe, not really feeling like 100%, like, oh, I can relax, I can be myself, like you've never had that. And that's what your inner child is crying out for. And I feel like for some, I read on partnerships yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm going to read on this anything is possible, because let's see what is possible. Yeah, I feel like the traditions in your family unit, or the way that you've grown up, or the people that you've dated. 10 of Wands. Here we go. We're closing the cycle. And I'm getting something completely different from that. And we've got the 7 of Coins as well. I feel like in the past, you have always felt more comfortable investing in trouble, because that's what feels natural. And I can completely relate to this. So there's a decision that needs to be made quickly. Otherwise, it's going to go for some. I feel like for some, there has been something in their life. The tone has completely changed. Like this feels serious. Like they're giving it to me very, very straight, very, very clear. And you know this, you're very aware of this. You like this is already in your energy and you know this, but you need to make a decision on this quickly. That's what they're saying to me very, very clearly. And it's bordering on being a warning. So something that was invested in that was just drama, trouble, burden, like I feel like there's a thought in your mind, a doubt in your mind about whether love is even real. The cards are here to tell you that it is. Love is very real. You're just looking in the wrong places. Love is absolutely so real. If you didn't grow up in a loving household, it is absolutely possible, I assure you. Tell the truth, love wins. It's what I said at the top of the reading. Vulnerability. If you always tell the truth, you cannot lose. I'm testimony to that. You cannot lose. The truth will always, always set you free. That's like the love that you feel is real. Tell the truth, love wins. Well, I think whoever came across this reading and needed that has got all the information that they need, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me on my first crossover between YouTube and Instagram. It has been interesting. I don't know whether I've enjoyed it in the same way that I enjoy reading on Instagram, but we shall get there. We shall get there. I suppose that's something to do with telling the truth, isn't it? It doesn't feel very nice at the first few times that you do it, but it will work out. Amazing as always. Thank you, Zoe. Yes. It was a really strong reading. Really good. Definitely feel a bit serious at the end there. That was I felt like someone came in, and so I'm going to go and get a drink. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And for my YouTubers, if you would like to subscribe, that would be fantastic. Like and subscribe. I have to get used to saying that. And I'll see you soon. Oh, I'm going to switch.